Welcome back, everybody. It is almost 8:15. Now, 18 women donning the red scarves will converge at the Nelson Mandela Square today in commemoration of the Mandela Day. Now, this is a stand for an African girl-child education through the Sisterhood of the Red Scarves campaign. And the project will see them raise funds for, sanitary towels for rural and peri-urban girls, as well as blankets. And for more on this, we're joined by the founder, Ndileka Mandela, and of course, Basetsana Khumalo, who is an ambassador. A very good morning to you, ladies. Thank you so much for joining us, and happy Mandela Day.
Thank you. Thank you. Good morning. And
all right.
Morning to the
all right, so I'm going to start with you. If you could briefly tell us how this event, how this initiative came about, and what's the significance of the red scarf?
Well, it started with us, the Thembekile Mandela Foundation, seeking ways of which to raise funds to cover the 10,000 girls that we already have in our books, that to supply with a year's supply of sanitary wear. And I approached, Uprise to assist me, which is it's a company that does a forex exchange to sponsor the event. And I approached Basi to say, look, we've done the concept, but I need the drive. And I approached my sister here, Basi, to say, we've been together since the time of that, let us see how we assist these girls, because as you know, they miss 50 days of schooling per year. And we said, okay, we'll have the 18 women signifying the 18th of July, and we'll converge around the statue at Centre.
Yeah. And I must say, it's been a great choice with her. I mean, Basetsana, we've seen you rise through the ranks, conquering the boardrooms and the corporate world and the TV and media industry. So why do you find it important to be part of this initiative?
Simply, where we live in a country and in a continent where the face of poverty is female, where we wake up every day and a girl child misses, on average, like Ndileka says, 50 days of school per year. And when you think about how our children come into, the menstrual cycles around the age of 12. So then you tabulate that throughout their schooling career. They miss on average 350 days per the school career. And Utata was very, very clear that education is the most powerful weapon we can use to fight poverty. So when Ndileka approached me, it was a no-brainer. I saw it as a cause that's worthy to be able for us to rewrite this narrative about a black girl child not being able to go to school because they cannot be able to, during the monthly cycle, be able to have the right sanitary wear. So, and so that's why I said to her, count me in. And I've used, hopefully, my platform to galvanize many young women in the country to partner with us, to spread the message, to use the social media platforms. And many of them, Nomzamo, Nandi, Pearl, they've posted. And collectively, many of them, they hold in the millions in terms of their followers. So we're really creating a movement around the Red Scarf Challenge.
And I'm actually glad you touched on the issue of education. Now, I was reading an article, a research document rather, penned by an organization called the Plan International, and it revealed that in 47 out of 54 countries in Africa, the girls there have less than 50% chance of making it to secondary school. Yes, they may be talking of teenage pregnancies, but where are we in South Africa with regards to that? And are we really giving equal opportunity to both boys and girls and equal access to education?
Well, I think we are, but if you look at the challenge of menstruation, as much as we do offer the equal opportunities, if they miss so much schooling, as Basi said earlier on, in their whole school career, they miss 350 days of schooling. It's well and good to equip the schools with state-of-the-art, computer labs and science laboratories and libraries. But if the girl learner is not in class, because as you know that, as women, if one girl menstruates in class, they sink their menstruation. It means that maybe half the class is not at school. Then those girls miss on so much work, and nobody cuts them some slack that they've missed days because of menstruation. That's why we zoomed in as a foundation to say, let us look at, it may look simple, but let us look at things that make the girl learner not have equal opportunities as the boy learner. And on the issue of the sanitary pads, we've seen organizations like the NYDA, for instance, and the KZN government launching programs for the provision of free sanitary pads, to keep the girls in school. What is it that your initiative will do differently? Because we know, some may argue that the initiative or the campaign to offer free sanitary pads is not gaining much traction. So what is it that you're going to be doing differently in order to ensure that girls are kept in school? Well, through the campaign, we're asking for people to have more awareness and also to donate funds. Yes, the government is actually doing some, but if you look at the numbers, it's 3 million girls that are affected in Southern Africa, and the amount that is, there has got to be something that we do as active citizens to actually assist government, not always look at government and what government can do. What can we do as society? That's why we, more over and above awareness, we asking people to donate however much they can, because it costs for us to supply one girl of the 10,000 girls that we have. One girl is 250 rands for the whole year, and that's how we ensure sustainability. And we're asking people to donate any amount that up to the amount of 250 rand to make sure that each girl has a whole year supply of sanitary wear.
Great stuff, great stuff.
And I mean, just to add to what Ndileka is saying, what is important is to understand that with that 250 rand, you're supporting one child per year over 12 months. And what we're doing now with the challenge is we're asking young people to take a selfie of themselves and then tag us on the Red Scarf Challenge, and then challenge 5 of your friends to do the same, so that we gain momentum, the movement grows, and the awareness grows and expands. And there are many other initiatives out there that are really honing in on the sanitary provision of young girls, so there could never be enough.
Indeed,
the different ones. And so with us, with the Red Scarf Challenge, and it's aptly obviously a red scarf, because we want to keep it at the top of mind of South Africans.
You know what, ladies, millions of South Africans are watching and they are happy with what they see. So how do we ensure that we don't see the last of you on this platform or any other platforms? How do we make it a point that Mandela Day is not a commercial or an annual event, but an everyday undertaking?
That's why our program runs for the whole, for entire year, for 12 months, because we're making sure that it's sustainable. And the Sisterhood of the Red Scarf is something that's going to be ongoing. Any event that we will do, we'll donate our red scarf, be it providing blankets, be it providing food for the, it's a movement. It's starting now, we're launching it today, it's a movement.
All right, ladies, great chatting to you.
Thank you so much.
This initiative.
Thank you so much.
All right, that is the founder of the Sisterhood for the Red Scarf, Ndileka Mandela, and of course the brand ambassador for this initiative, Basetsana, Khumalo, speaking to us about the event that will be holding this morning at the Nelson Mandela Square from I believe from between 8 and 10 a.m.
10 to 12?
10 to 12 a.m. Yes, that's coming up from 10 to 12 a.m. at the Nelson Mandela Square in Sandton.